Hey guys, welcome back. I'm recording the second video way earlier than I expected I would. I haven't even uploaded the first one yet, so yeah, giving you some updates. And I just came here today because I couldn't wait. I had to talk about this topic because again, today in meditation, I got some time to recollect my thoughts on this specific topic. And I feel like a lot of us struggle with this one specific thing throughout our lives. And I am talking about friendships. Yes. Friendships are a very essential part, almost an indispensable part of a person's life. You can be a person who is very social and has a lot of friends, or you can be a person who has a very limited circle of very few people but very trusted people. And either way, it is quite clear to see that making friends is quite an indispensable part of our lives, whether we have multiple friends or we have very limited friends. And the reason for that is that companionship is a very basic human need, almost as basic as food, water, and breathing in the air. Why we need friends in this life is because companionship is quite a basic need of us human beings, whether or not we like to accept it. And there's nothing wrong with it. It just makes our life easier if we have our happy moments to share with someone or our sad moments to share with someone. And that is the reason why we end up making friends. But friendships are not that simple as you might have seen until now in your life. Friendships can become quite complicated. Friendships can also become quite toxic. And those are just a few examples, but there are multiple of ways that friendships can get complicated when it should be just a very simple and beautiful thing. And to explain this better, let me explain to you the dynamics of a friendship. I will break it down for you like I did for myself in my head just this morning. So what makes two friends friends? So you are one person and there is another person. How would you end up becoming friends with them? The way that you end up becoming friends with anyone would be that you bond over few things that you both have similar interests in or similar opinions on. Now that could be anything from as little as supporting a football club to as big as surviving the same trauma in their lives. So think of that bond or that one thing that led you to your friendship as the path that led you to the friendship. Think of it as the connector between the two friends. It is not very essential to the friendship after the friendship is formed, but it is quite essential to the friendship when the friendship is on its way to being formed, right? So why and how friendships can become complicated, let me talk about that path that leads to the friendship to reflect a little more light upon that. The path that led you to a specific friendship can be interpreted in a lot of ways. Say, for example, you have bonded with a friend over something that holds a lot of emotional significance for you. And seeing another person feeling the same way about that thing as you are doing might make you want to like that person even more, or it might make you have a exaggerated impression of that other person because of so much emotion being invested in the thing that led you guys to bond over. That exaggerated emotion could lead you to not be aware of a lot of the red flags that you might be seeing in that friendship. that exaggeration might lead you to overlook a lot of things, and after a while you might end up having fights with that friend, or just breaking that friendship and wondering what really went wrong. And this is where I want you to bring your awareness to, because getting carried away by the thing that bonded you over can be very harmful for you in the long run if you want to have peaceful friendships. Now, let's talk about friends getting jealous and friends not being happy when you are seeing good times in your life. This is coming from a lot of personal experience, if you haven't guessed yet by the way that I'm speaking. But not getting into any details, what I have derived from that is that friendships are supposed to be selfless. What do you mean by friendships are supposed to be selfless? You're not supposed to sacrifice yourself in a friendship, no. But if you're jealous because your friend has gotten something which you haven't, then you are not being selfless, because you are thinking about yourself not getting that thing, whereas your friend got it. When you start thinking about yourself in a situation where you have no role to play, you are being selfish in that situation. And that is how a lot of friends end up becoming jealous, is that over that bond and over time in that friendship, they don't really realize what role they have to play, or how much selfishness or selflessness they are showing in that friendship, until one event comes up which reflects light upon what really is. Now, how to have better, more peaceful friendships, in my opinion and in my experience, is that you be very, very clear and very, very open in your friendships, or any of your relationships for that matter, and that is the way. Another thing that you should be focusing on is that you pay attention to, or why your friendship is so deep with a person, and what are the things you guys bonded over, and do those things that you guys bonded over have any role to play in how you feel about that person. It's very important to be very clear with yourself before you be clear with anyone else, and that is exactly what you need to do here as well. If you're very clear about your own intentions and your own reasons for doing things, you will not really find yourself in messed up situations, or even if you do, it'll be easier for you to find a way out. Another thing that I would like to highlight here is that being selfless as a friend is quite important, yes, but another thing that should be really kept in mind when you're talking about friendships is reciprocity. And reciprocity here doesn't mean that your friend is doing the exact same things you're doing for them. Say, for example, you are financially a bit more privileged than one of your friends, and you're helping them out by providing them some financial help. Now, reciprocating in this situation wouldn't mean that that person will give you the same amount of money, because they literally can't. Reciprocating here means the other person would be willing to do the same things for you as you are doing for them, were they in your shoes, were they given the opportunity. And it is very easy to identify that by just seeing how many times that person has gotten the opportunity to behave in a certain way, and how many times they have chosen to behave in that way, which highlights reciprocity in the friendship. And that's pretty much it. That's all that I would like to say about this, at least for now. And I hope that information helped some of you guys out. If it did, do let me know in the comments below, and do like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm very excited to be doing this, and I just hope to keep bringing more content like this to you guys. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.